I spin one, then they're just stupid, right? It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Keep filming every day, it's so bright.
You're supposed to spin.
Oh, I thought I spin already.
No, you're supposed to, when I say hello, welcome to another series, Reality with PropPortunities.
Hi, I'm Ignatius.
And I'm Daphne once again. Nice to see you guys. Emotions.
As agents, there are a lot of times that we have to manage our own emotions and also our clients' emotions. And I think clients-wise, a good way to start it off is by asking them
When I first really meet clients and then deal with landlords and tenants, I honestly will cry, like for real. Like whenever something happens, even though it's not my fault, like it's maybe like a disagreement with the landlord and tenant, but you're young and then you probably want to I want to handle everything, but you realize that no way you cannot handle everything. Then that's where you realize you let how they feel affect you. So it's like even when landlord and tenant may have disagreement, and then we are still the messenger in a way to bring across messages, right? So sometimes those hit will be on us. It's like you are supposed to
one person say,
yeah.
and you have to carry that same message across.
Exactly. So when I see the message, I know oh my gosh, okay, if I say this to the tenant is gonna be like what? So honestly, it's a learning journey. Okay, whatever they say, it's not on you, it's not to you, and as their agent, you need to manage their expectation also. So it's not you want to be able to help your clients, but sometimes when emotion comes into play, right, you cannot control one. We just have to be the one, like a mediator, to calm them down, to let them see, okay, maybe we see it in a different way, a bigger picture.
Do you think actually also that us being younger, do you think it also affects the way you have to speak to landlords and to tenants? Because the landlords themselves, I would say majority would be those that are more mature age group.
Okay.
which then makes us
it's very nice, more mature age group.
Mature age group, which then because we are kind of a lot younger, it could be same age as their sons and daughters. Does it make it a barrier for you to communicate? They might think hey, you are still too young, you're not experienced, you don't know how to handle, you haven't experienced life. Do you have kind of feeling?
Yes and no. There are clients who actually, the more, because you're young, the more they will give you chances. They will guide you along. It's because they really do see you as their kids' age. So they want to help you, they want to guide you, but they are patient enough. Now, of course, there are challenges whereby who would think that you're too young, you're unable to handle this situation. Either way, you gotta do it, right? So just do it and then bang your head first and then just cry. Which
I think is quite true at the end of the day. You cannot let this kind of young, you being young, being inexperienced, be a barrier of what you can do. Because at the end of the day, everybody started off somewhere, and if you don't put your first step forward, right, you will forever be moving backwards. So I think that's very important. There's no harm doing something wrongly, and most importantly is to learn from it and how you can do better next.
Yes, agree. The process is more important, I feel. Say in terms of if you serve buyers and sellers. Do you think we have that kind of unfortunate incident or?
I think compared to landlords and tenants, buying and selling quite a different kind of in terms of scope of work.
Yeah.
Because when you're serving rental, you're doing a lot of trying to make sure the house is upkeep properly, trying to make sure the tenant likes the house. And I think one of the most problems with rental is of course how we can actually make sure the tenants upkeep the house. Eventually when the landlord wants to take over, look for a new tenant, or be it they sell their house halfway, you want to make sure the house is still in the condition that you receive. And of course, by staying there, a lot of the times, even when we live in our own house nowadays, over time there's always wear and tear. And these things it has to be struck a balance between the tenant and the landlord. There will be more difficult situations where people have very strict certain criteria that they want. For example, if there are people who believe in feng shui, when you buy a house, it's quite common in feng shui and all the kind of other kind of things. And sometimes we want certain bed to be certain facing, certain direction. My door has to be this direction, my balcony has to be this direction. And it takes longer than for us to actually find something. And sometimes we do feel very it's not the key word here is not that we are emotionally drained, but we feel very guilty that we don't find things that they want.
That's true.
Yeah. How come after so long I cannot find something you like? how come after so many viewings and even you tell me very strictly, I just want this, why can't you give me this? Why can't you find something you like?
It's true. Like, you are unable to help your client secure a place because like it's just not there.
So that's why we talk about emotions at the start, because really we don't want to be swayed with emotions. Like, we know of people that have been telling us that, oh, you know, sometimes people tell me just buy, you know, this is good, you know, this is great. But of course, we cannot say 100% we cover everything that you like and we avoid everything that you don't like. But we try to do our best to make sure we match as much as you like as possible and as little as you don't like as you can. So that's where when you find a house, you know, like, this is the one, this is it. And I think some of the perks of doing this is that it may take a long process, but we have met clients that the moment when they went into that house, you can see the look on their face. It's like, yes. You know that this is the one that they've been looking for because you could probably already have been viewing with them for months or even, you know, in some extreme circumstances, even years. Because they are not in a hurry to find and they just want to find something they really like. And when we really step into that place, now I remember this client that we worked with that we have been searching for quite a while, and then of course unfortunately COVID hit, you know, on the circuit breaker, the lockdown, and then the phase 2, phase 3, everything came about. So viewing was hard too. You see the look on their faces and you know, yes, this is the one that they like. And I was telling Daphne that day, I think they will come back to us saying that they want this. All in all, I think because we're in this frontline work where we are always managing between our clients, be it landlord, tenants, buyers and sellers, so at the same time we have to do a lot of self-management and self-evaluation of emotions as well. And I think so one of the struggles that actually is to really learn how to manage how we can firstly calm ourselves down when we are really in a very stressful position, and of course then we can take a better position to actually advise, because we can't let our emotions then affect what we say to our clients, because this will actually affect whatever they do for the next few years of their lives. And I think that's the most important thing that we should always consider.
But in general, at least I know that if I do my best and if really it didn't work out the way that we wanted it to, you know, as long as they get a place, find a place that they love, we will be more than happy for them, rather than just holding on to them for the sake of holding on to them. You get what I mean, right?
We covered quite a lot today. So this is what we actually feel about the struggles that we face with, be it landlord, tenants, buyers and sellers. So I think, hope you enjoyed yourself today. If you have any comments, questions, please feel free to message us. We are always very happy to answer your questions.
Yes.
If not, I'm Ignatius.
And I'm beautiful Daphne.
And we hope to see you next time.
Bye.